Welcome back, everybody. Today we have gameplay from Curator showing why, well, I honestly do think this is going to be a Curator meta. Curator is not a high roll hero. He's not a hero that goes out and slams down tons of stats on the board and is like, bam, first place. But when you reduce the amount of poison that exists in the game, a lot of lines that look like, well, pretty much giving up in prior metas, like building two big taunt divine shields, suddenly do a lot better. You can counterplay spores with ghouls and whatnot. You can counterplay spore with a zap, but you can't really counterplay Myexnas that are being reborn. And when you can't poison gigantic taunts until super late in the game, it really comes down to, does the Curator stabilize with effectively just tier 4 minions and a Noya module, find decent scaling, and then you just coast into that top 3, top 2 position. And then you get a pivot and attempt to see if you can counter the high roller, the last person alive. It's one of those scenarios where, like, this is going to be a staple of this meta. Even though it isn't flashy, it's super, super consistent for climbing. All right, enjoy. Chuckle, chuckle. Alright, we're gonna spend one turn on 4. We're not gonna power level there. I don't think we ever care about Grease Spot. Modules are great. Question is, you want a green thumb? You can buy all 3. We only waste 1 gold. Probably just do it. Just a little awkward because of attack order at that point. Meh on the rest. I don't like playing little things up front. You could even argue pulling this back to buff this thing. I'd rather just get this to go off early though. Interesting. Yeah, green thumb's okay here. We like the extra buffs. It isn't like game defining, but it's usable. And when we're in a position like this where we're just gonna roll once and buy something, I think green thumb's better than the average thing on a 4-star board. Meh. He's showing mechs. Double bumping up front's good. Question is, do you want to just pull it here again? Same logic. Kind of challenged that thought process last time. You could just do this. That playing poison isn't fun. Is it balanced? It was relatively balanced. It made the game more competitive, but fun at the end of the day is more important than balance. The game being unfun because a thing is too strong is not healthy. It just makes people unhappy. We still get there. Could they add Gar back now? Hell no. Like, why? Why do you want Gar back once they remove poison? Gar was removed because it was too toxic. Like, the fact that they brought back, they got rid of poison is even more reason never to bring Gar back. Gar was too strong, that's why it was removed. It wasn't removed because it was weak. It was removed because if you got it early, you 40'd people. Because Gar wouldn't die and everybody else wouldn't be able to kill anything on the board because all the other elementals live behind it and Gar just sat there with its 100 health and laughed at you. I like Gar, me too. I thought it was an interesting card, but it was one of the primary culprits for doing 40 damage to people in the middle of the game. No poison across the board or just spider? There's only 3 forms of poison in the game. There is Sephin, there's exactly Sephin, Myexna, and Spore, right? Those were and Amalgadon. And now there's no Myexna anymore. So, like, you basically went from 4 forms of poison to 3. And when Murlocs are banned, that means the only way to get poison is Spore or high roll an Amalgadon. And Amalgadon isn't that prevalent, especially without seafood. So, like, you're going to get into those games where Spore is the only viable form of poison. And Spore is countered by a Ghoul unless Quillbores are in too. So there's going to be a lot of lobbies where, like, building a big minion is a win condition. Like, shit, that's what we're doing right now. We went to 6 with our big minion, and we haven't lost rounds, right? Okay, now we're going to lose a round. This guy is really, really strong. But we went to 6, right? We should be losing rounds if we're going to 6. Pretty good hits overall. You just dodge right here. Let everything else die. I said dodge, not run directly into it. If we hit anything else on the board, we pretty much clean up. Now we need to win. Oh, 3 out of 4 into 50-50 or wins that round. Unfortunately, we hit the 1 and 4, so we take 16 damage. Mithrax is okay. Oh, low rag. We get another golden next turn. It's only a 2-ish adapt or 2-ish buff Mithrax. Does armor remove a damage cap? Nope. I think it's just both. One of these two is going. We probably are only getting like 1 or 2 buffs next turn that we can play before selling the smuggler. So you're basically arguing for a little bit of power It's just the attack order's so bad here. Don't care about any of this. I want to bump, try to get the reset. Should pull this back a little bit then. A lot of bumps here is good. At the end of the day, we're still Curator, right? All we've done is build a couple things. And if people get real comps, they beat you. This isn't overly surprising. AFK is still a tier 1 hero. I, for one, am shocked. Alright, amongst the better results. We went the 6 aggressively, and now we're going to look for stuff. We have a ghost lobby, which is terrible for Curator. Not shocking. Now we got to find a way to survive. Love this. You ever take Spore? Probably. Gonna sell that before Little Rag because I don't want to put a 6/6 on that for the upside of if this thing or this thing gets buffed, then we get an extra 1/1 or 1 health. Pass. Naturally. So it's either Baron or Spore, so it's gonna be Spore here. Okay. Why didn't I use the banana? In my mind, the banana wasn't there, huh? Lost 1 health here. 1 health here. What happened? Yo, what's up? Man, I always struggle with your name. I keep doing Emma. Is there a good way for me to pronounce your name? I keep doing this. I struggle, man. Emma Salon. Salon. Keep up the good work. Thank you. I just feel bad screwing up names. But yo, thank you for the kind words. Yo, Tomatolo. Tomatolo. With the 2 months. Appreciate the support, dude. Thank you so much. Lost 2 health on Mismash? Yeah, it would be nice to, you know, do this correctly, right? It's when you buff attack on Mismash, but it gives it a 1/3, so it's the way it works. So yeah, I did lose it. This is reasonable. You like this? Yo, Twitch Prime sub 69 with the 4 months, dude. Appreciate the support as well. Thank you, guys. Dog Champ. I mean, you can't say it any better than that. Dog Champ is Dog Champ. So we build 2 big Curator things. We supplement with other little values here. Any idea why Tamsin's tier 1 or 0 armor tier? Yeah, because it is good in internal testing for Blizzard. Realistically, that's the reason. Oh, it's so cute. Oh. No, but why? Probably because they balance around different MMR ranges and it probably overperformed in one MMR range. For the life of me, I can't see where it is, but it is what it is. Cool Amalgadon. You're just gonna keep us on the board at the end, right? It's either that or you roll instead of taking a 4/4 buff. Meh. Meh. So there's a pretty good read that this is gonna be death rattles. So like none of this is really that important to put early or late. The Spore itself probably gets better value attacking first, just because bigger minions tend to be the first body of a death rattle board. Cleave is a little bit of a problem, but it's not going to be position 1 cleave. They're going to bump then cleave. So like putting this really late is good for the death rattles, but I'd really like it to kill something up front. We'd also like to kind of, you know, go for the throat and kill people, and hiding the 6 stars in the back is good. Yeah, I mean, you can make any argument you want for Tamsin, but some kind of like niche lines is an okay thing. Doesn't justify it being a 0 armor hero. Every hero can high roll in some way. It's consistency that's the problem. No Reborn, my ex Napog you. I'm very happy about that. I'm very happy from the standpoint of the game is more fun to play. I'm very worried from the standpoint of it's gonna be a balanced nightmare for a little bit while we try to get position 1 to cleave. I guess is a little cleave, which makes some sense. I didn't expect the position 1 cleave, to be honest. Regardless, it's going to be a balanced nightmare for the short term while we try to find the way to balance heroes that are reliant on big stats. Because like Chinvala is going to be scary as fuck in its current incarnation. Whoa. Great for fun and building big boards. Stat boards are significantly better now. Terrible from the standpoint of, not terrible, but I think it's bad, net bad for balance for a competitive scene, for agency, if you will. I don't really think I need more attack on this. But stats are stats after all. Just sell through here. See nothing but Murloc boards all morning, and we don't see a lot of Murlocs, or I don't. You're pretty good. Meh. A little late for Master Realities. Just use our gold up front. Do we want sell Mithrax? No, I mean, it's like a 50-50 for next round. It's a 10 damage Divine Shield Amalgadon. There's no real reason to keep it. Because they're banned this game? Why we're not seeing Murlocs? No, but generally speaking, Murlocs aren't a very prevalent tribe at high MMR. Is what I was trying to say. Yo, Titty Boy Swag. What a hell of a name. With the 2 months. Thanks for the kind words, dude. Yeah, we're I'm really excited. I'm super excited about new stuff and different stuff. But yeah, this is like a 50-50. Selling that off the board feels pretty bad here. I did not read that this guy was going to be this strong, to be fair. I definitely didn't think he was going to be able to beat us, but whatever. Right, you're going to go left. Okay. Okay. At least we don't die ever there, but I have Presters in hand. That just counters his board. I just didn't think I had to play it to the board to beat a ghost. We're just gonna dump stats and be happy with that, right? The best we're gonna do for the game. There are a couple good things that we could hit here, but generally speaking, buying buffs is gonna be the best we can do for a turn. We're just gonna all in on this shit. We can argue 6/6 versus a 2/2 targeted here. And then we put Presters on the board. We order like this and we're done. I think it's slightly higher stats with Stasis being played, with the chance of it buffing itself. But I think the only really relevant stats are on these guys. They either win this game or lose this game. And if we don't need Presters, Nadina may be the answer for next turn. Alright, that's it. But yeah, Curator felt pretty good here. We are Curator after all. We go to 6 and we look for direction. We really didn't find that much direction. We just built these things big. And that's it. Yeah, Slysssa goes infinite and beats us. Yeah, I'm shocked. But still a very good showing for a first game for Curator. If only we had absolutely everything like an infinite Slysssa does. Nah, it's fine. Big stats are gonna... This is gonna be like the new thing. Like, when you see somebody like this live till the end, they've already won. When there isn't poison to be able to deal with these kind of boards, there's no way you can compete with them. You just play to your outs, and we take an easy second. Like, that is a consistent line on a hero that's reasonable. Gonna be a good meta, probably, for Curator.